Hello, boys and girls. All right, day 2 of our comparing bad and good. So I need you to make sure you've got your notes out again. I'm just going to add to mine. And you need to make sure you put down the date. So you should be doing this on 5/4. So put date and then put 5/4. And the title of our notes today is comparing. Comparing. Oh, that sounds funny. Comparing. Comparting again. With the word bad. All right, first thing we're going to want in our notes and information when we have to use the word bad and we're comparing things. We need to make sure that we remember to use worse. Computer doesn't like me right now. Use worse, the word worse, when comparing two things. We need to make sure we do that. Well, it's actually comparing two nouns because it's person, place, or thing. So the example we've got for that one is a bee sting is worse than a bruise. We're comparing two things. We're comparing a bee sting and a bruise, and because we've got a negative connotation, we know it's bad. We actually use the word worse. Okay. Make sure you get that down. All right. The next thing we have to remember, you might want to go down a little bit, is that we use worst. W-O-R-S-T to compare more than two nouns. So an example for that one would be, it was the worst storm in years. Worst storm in years. So I'm comparing two things there. I'm comparing two different storms, and because they were bad, I'm using the word worst, because I wouldn't say it was the bad storm in years. I have to tell my reader, my listener, that I'm comparing two different storms. More than two different storms, sorry. The worst. So we're comparing more than two different storms. Okay. And finally, our last note for today is just an example of all three to help you guys really make sure you understand it. You ready? It's the traffic was bad. That's our first one, because I'm only using one thing and I'm saying it's bad. It was worse today than it was yesterday. So I'm comparing the traffic from today and yesterday, and I'm using the word worse. That's two things. It was the worst it had been all week. Now I'm comparing more than two things, so I use the word worst. And you might want to underline in your notes bad, worse, and worst, so you remember where it's at. Okay, so that is our notes for today. That is all you have. Make sure you keep them out when you're doing your work today. So today we've got page 290. Let's go back. Oh, there it is. It looks like we already took all of those notes. So we are going to read each sentence. Choose which word in parentheses best completes the sentence. Write your answer on the line. I've got some. Is it bad or worse news? My brother said. And that one would probably be, because I only have one news topic to share with my brother, would be I've got some bad news, my brother said. So you just put bad on the line. And that is it. So you don't have to do the bottom part. You're just doing a 1 through 10 and telling me if you think the answer is bad, worst, or I think it's a worse. So make sure you write the whole word on the line. And that's all for today.